What is good, YouTube? It is John Aziz. Right now it's 8:19 p.m. I just wanted to make a quick video because I just basically locked up a deal for my business. I kind of want to walk you through it and how this one deal is going to increase my entire income by $48,000 a year. Right? Let me just kind of like explain to you what I do for my business. So basically, what I do is Airbnb arbitrage. So I find properties for rent. Then after I find them for rent, I'll sign a lease. And after I sign the lease, I'll furnish the property and put it on Airbnb. So I do Airbnb basically. And how did I go to locking up this deal, and how am I about to make an extra $48,000 a year? Well, let me explain to you real quick. So first, let me tell you how I found this deal. Look, so I was scrolling through Zillow. This was like 3 months back. I was scrolling through Zillow. I was trying to find new deals, and then I called up the landlord. Let's just say her name is Banana. I called Banana and said, hey, I know your property's been on the market for 2 months. Let me rent it, right? And I'm gonna rent it as a corporate housing client. And as a corporate housing client, that basically means I'm gonna rent the property from you, and I'm gonna rent it out to other people coming in and out of the city, whether that's for leisure, whether that's for sports, whether that's for events, whether that's for visiting family, whatever it may be, you're gonna get your consistent rent every single month. And at the time, she was like, no, because she didn't really understand my business, but I kind of explained it more into detail. So I told you that was like 3-4 months ago. So out of nowhere yesterday, I get a text. They say, John, I had to evict my tenant. So she had to evict her tenant, and she's hitting me up as the last resort. So I said, all right, let me go take a look at the unit. So I went to go take a look at the unit yesterday. It's kind of a beater. It's a fixer-upper. It needs some TLC. It needs a little work. So what I did is I negotiated the fuck out of it. Right now, what month is it? It's November, right? We're going to slow season, right? Quote unquote slow season in my city. So what I did is I said, hey, since we're going into slow season, you're not gonna be able to find any tenants, right? So because of that, let me get 2 months free. And also, what are you trying to charge me for rent? She said $1,800. I said, that's not gonna work because I have another property in town that's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath that I'm paying $1,600 a month for. And keep in mind, the one I'm looking at is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So it's smaller than the one I'm paying $1,600 a month for. So that's how I kind of negotiated it. So she wanted $1,800 a month. I knocked her down to $1,500 a month. And then on top of that, I got 2 months free. So during those 2 months, I'm gonna be completely stress-free. I'm gonna be making money, $4,000 a month on Airbnb. And that's gonna cover my entire furniture cost, entire setup cost. So kind of let me give you kind of a breakdown and show you on this whiteboard real quick. So look, this property is gonna bring in $4,000 a month in revenue, right? And I said rent's gonna be $1,500. So you minus rent, boom, $1,500. What does that bring us down to? That brings us down to $2,500 a month. And after rent, what they're gonna be cleaning and utilities. So that's gonna cost around $800 a month. So boom, $800 a month. And what do we get after that? We get $1,700 a month. And $1,700 a month is what I'm going to be profiting in my pocket. But keep in mind, look, I told you guys that I got 2 months free. So with 2 months free, the first 2 months, I will be bringing in $8,000. I don't have to pay any rent. I have to pay utilities and cleaning. So let's say for those 2 months, utilities and cleaning is $1,600. So what are we left with that? $6,400. And this 2-bedroom property is literally gonna probably cost me $4,000 or $5,000 to set up. So in those first 2 months, I pay off the entire setup costs and I profit about $2,400, at least $1,400. And that's how I kind of set up this deal. So this deal is gonna add a lot of money to my income. All it took was an initial phone call. I keep her in mind, right? I need to hit her up. Follow up is very important because this person I followed up with a couple times before I actually locked in this deal. But she hit me up because I stayed consistent with her. Literally the top one priority with any business is follow up. If you get a no with anybody, whatever business it is, SMMA, it's e-com, it's motherfucking Airbnb, it's whatever the fuck it is, whatever business you're going into and you're dealing with people and you get a no, you can always turn that shit into a yes. You need to be a personable person. If you're a shy motherfucker, Make sure you get out there, you go to networking events, you talk to random people, even on the street. If you go to class every day and you're in college, why can't you just talk to random people, say hi to a random person? Get out of that shy mindset. Because when you get out of that shy mindset and you break apart from your own brain, then anything is fucking possible. Anything is fucking possible, you understand? You can do whatever you fucking want to. And why do I say negotiation? Why do I say talking to people is very important? Because when you talk to people, you make yourself a personable person. You learn how to talk to people, whether they have certain characteristics. They could be a fat person, a skinny person, a woman, a man. They might have different ideologies. You got to learn how to talk to certain people because you can sell these certain people. And me getting on my phone 3 months ago and calling somebody on Zillow is now gonna make me $48,000 in revenue for my business per year. And about $20,000, $24,000 a year in profit in my fucking pocket. And it's automated, so I barely have to do shit for it except set up the property at 20 fucking years old. Why wouldn't I want to do that shit? All it takes is sacrifice, all it takes is discipline and a little bit of fucking motivation. That first spark of motivation to get you that little spark of discipline. And after you get that little spark of fucking discipline, then you keep going. You keep building onto it. And eventually you're gonna reach a certain point and be fully confident in your abilities, fully confident in your talent, and you're gonna get that shit regardless of what the fuck's going on around you. And you need to get to that motherfucking bag, because if you don't, then who will? Somebody else will. Somebody's gonna take your money. Someone's gonna take your position. You're rich. You just haven't got paid yet. That's all it is. I'm a millionaire. I just haven't put that $1 million in my bank yet. I haven't taken that money. You don't make money, you take money. And once you realize that, then your life completely changes. Because money is not made. You don't fucking make it. You take it from somebody else, but there's an exchange. There's a value. There's something that they want from you, and that's why they give you their money. That's the exchange. You're solving someone else's problem. Learn a fucking problem to solve and you will make money. There are a bunch of fucking problems. Look, what's behind me? What problem do I need solved buying this fucking whiteboard? I needed a whiteboard. That was my problem. I bought this shit. The person that made it made money. What problem did I have, right? What problem did I have when I wanted to rent this apartment? I needed to rent a fucking apartment. So the people that had the apartment rented it out to me. Now they're taking my money, right? What problem did I have when I wanted to put something on my wall, right? I wanted to put something cool on my wall. What did I do? I fucking bought this shit. They solved my problem. What problem did I have when I needed this camera right here, right? I needed to buy this camera. I fucking bought it off somebody that wanted to solve my problem. What problem did I have when I first wanted to buy this monitor? I didn't have a monitor. I needed to buy a fucking monitor. They solved my fucking problem. Life in the world is full of problems. Pick one and fucking solve it. And when you learn how to solve that one problem, then you can automate and have other people solve that problem for you and pay them a wage, aka hire someone to work for you as a 9-to-5, and they'll keep pouring that money into your bucket. Their bucket is small, your bucket is big. You going to college, you getting that degree, all it is you're working for the big boss. Why do you want to learn and go to college and pay somebody to teach you how to learn how to work for the big boss? How about you pay someone to teach you how to be a big fucking boss so you can hire those motherfuckers, right? If you have any questions, anything you want from me, any videos, leave them in the comments below. And also, if you want to learn what I do in my Airbnb business and how I make $50,000, well, let me say $54,000 a month now in revenue, hit me up on Instagram, John Aziz. I'll teach you the ways, and you can just DM me. I'll answer any questions that you have. Lock in, subscribe, follow my IG, and keep up with me, and let's keep making some fucking money together.